Hey everyone, my name is Bobbie Richardson. I'm here with another Ascension channeled message. This is for the week coming from 15th of August. This message is for beyond that though. I'm just going to give to you what they've given me. I've written everything down, so I'll be reading this. Um, yeah, the messages at the moment is more to do with the mind realizing that there is something else that it can let go and stop creating your reality through your mind and trusting your intuition to come back on board. There's some really powerful statements that I'm going to come up with what they've gifted me. I'll try to read it slowly because it can sound a little bit jumbled when I was writing it. I've tried to iron it out so that it's easier to understand. This is it. The opening of the third eye and our connection to our soul is becoming something more reachable. As this happens, one's intuition will be ignited again, which is the ability to feel and to entrust one's choices towards that which the heart and soul desires to experience, rather than live within the fear of the programmable mind, controlled and limited by another person or leader's reality. This is up to each individual to decide what they want to do. But eventually, everyone in the higher frequencies will automatically be able to channel, as channeling isn't for the gifted. No, it is granted to all of humanity who have learnt to come back into balance within and how to communicate between one's mind and one's soul again. It is the ability for one's mind to never again ignore the feelings of the soul, as the soul sends feelings through the body like a fine-tuning fork, allowing this interpretation from the mind to guide one's journey towards love, because that's what the soul comes from. The soul is love. But where this comes from is beyond the five senses, as it is beyond the logical mind. So you won't be able to logify this. It is just a gut feeling, a knowingness. I need to go this way. I need to trust this person, or I don't need to trust this person, or I need to listen to this, or I don't need to listen to this, or I need to, work on my body more and physically become more fitter, or I need to work on my mind more. Whatever that feeling is, which corner to turn when you're walking down the street, and who you're going to bump into, who you say hello to. All of those things can be an intuitive response rather than the mind saying, don't go down there. Last week you went down there and something went wrong, so don't go down that way again. But if you did follow your intuition and you went down there, you might have actually bumped into somebody who was on the right path for you to grant you something within your work. As the soul doesn't live in the past nor the future, but within the moment, one realizes if all is done for oneself in each moment with love, then automatically all outside oneself is also reflected back with love. Soul really wants to just take you towards the best scenario. It's other people that don't want you to have the best scenario. So if humanity still feels the need to find what's missing within oneself by looking outside themselves, then they will be confronted with repetitive stories that feel like uncomfortable scenarios, as the mind can only create from the past and project into the future. It cannot shift one's reality, as the imagination and intuition connected to the soul, which only wants the best for thyself, can, as this is not the logical mind's job. Most issues come from the mind trying to shift reality, only finding life's problems being repeated, and not trusting the soul to guide one back to love through the journey as the observer, soul being the observer. Thus the mind comes down on itself, and then it feels the need to be guided, looking to another person to save and to shift their reality because it doesn't trust its soul connection. But this moment is a time which has been presented for humanity to go within and look for that connection which has been lost for eons. To know that your intuition is your soul guiding you towards all that you desire. Once this connection can be trusted again, one will never need another person to guide you again, dropping the need to be led by rules and laws, which are only applied by those whose journey is only coming from their own limitations of their own mind and their own fears for the future. One of the reasons why the mind looks outside itself to be guided is also so the person's mind doesn't have to take full responsibility for any decisions. Then they have reason to blame others for being led towards the uncomfortable reality, never to fulfill their own expectations of what they desire, as what they expect of themselves could never be fulfilled by others, as no one outside of you could ever know the truth of your own needs, passions and desires, but within you is the connection to your soul who oversees all you are doing and can easily guide you through your heart and your intuition towards that which the logical mind could never fully understand, which is why spiritual people often say, let go of the mind or still the mind. Also, one would then have to learn fully to support oneself and learn to love thyself fully. Because without supporting oneself, you will still look outside yourself for guidance and reassurance, which can be toppled at any time by another person's projection of their own fears and jealousy. But if one finds support within themselves, then no one can ever take that away. So that was the message for today. It's pretty powerful stuff, and I'm hoping that you get some sort of sense or bearing of where you're going, why people say let go of the mind, why it's important for us to start connecting to our intuition and find that balance again. It's not that the mind is useless or anything. The mind is absolutely needed, but it's needed to collaborate with the intuition to work again alongside and help the intuition interpret the intuitions and the soul's feelings and vibrations so you can actually put it into words. I mean, that's how I channel, right? I channel by my soul connecting with me, and then the feeling comes through me, and then my mind has to interpret that into words, and then I give you the message. So that's what channeling is all about. Everyone's going to be able to connect to their soul. That's what channeling is in the end. So I'm hoping this will help you, and until next time, bye.